March 31st, 2016, first quarter just flying by here as we are 90 days into the year 2016. It's crazy. People ask, where did 2015 go? I'm over here sitting like, what happened to 2003? It's just crazy. Actually, if you guys want full disclosure, really time just started going by, I would probably say when I entered the 6th grade in the fall of 1998. When that happened, couldn't believe it. From now to then, it was like K through 5 were like just, that lasted like 20 years. And then 6th grade to now has been about, 8 or 9 minutes. I don't get it. Time's a trip. Wonderful show tonight. Jordan will be joining us in just a minute. But as you guys know, first few minutes of the wonderful Chelladurai Inc. show, talk about a little sports. We'll talk about the least important first. The NIT tournament, a.k.a. the National Insignificant Tournament. The tournament for college basketball where all the rejected teams that don't get to go into the big tournament at the end of the year get invited to what's called this NIT tournament. Anyway, our beloved San Diego State Aztecs fell in the semifinals on Tuesday. They had the finals today. They had, George Washington University, who beat up on the San Diego State Aztecs, by 19. They were actually able to seal the deal and are NIT champions, and they beat Valparaiso. I don't even know how to say that. It's a school. Actually, I think it's a city in Spain, too, Valparaiso. They won by 16. It was very decisive. So winning the NIT is like, coming in second place is really what it means. But, hey, big ups to George Washington, as it was their first NIT championship. It's wonderful. In other news in the big leagues, a couple games tonight, this lovely Thursday evening. We had LeBron James and company, who actually is not playing right now. They were at home in Cleveland. They beat up on the Brooklyn Nets at a score of 107-87. Orlando travels to Indiana as they get a good road win and beat up on the Pacers at a score of 114-94. Houston hosts the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls was able to get a good road win as well as Derrick Rose and company wrapped them up and was able to come out with a close one at 103-100. New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Davis, Mr. Unibrow himself, was able to contain the Denver Nuggets as New Orleans wins at home at a score of 101-95. And if you guys are on right now, I think it's just a couple seconds left, and we got a real nail-biter. If it's not over yet, I showed that there's 27 seconds left in the fourth. We have Oklahoma City Thunder on top of the LA Clippers, 119-117. Tune into that. That's on TNT, folks. And 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got Portland Trailblazers at home beating up on Boston at a score of 102-89. Baseball right around the corner as we start on Monday, April 4th. Our San Diego Padres, of course, take on the Los Angeles Dodgers, as they normally do. It's either the Dodgers or the Giants normally for the first game. I had to give up my tickets because I wasn't able to make it. I got great seats, so I was kind of bummed about that. But it's a 4 o'clock game, folks. If you guys are local, listening to us in San Diego, by all means, try and get down to the queue. 4 o'clock game. The queue. Listen to me. I'm so old school. Petco Park. Go down to Petco. The best thing that ever happened to the city, other than California Rios. And it was a wonderful. It'll be a great time. Opening day is such a blast. Whether you're 5 or you're 60, baseball just has that wonderful vibe to it. Other than that, I can talk about hockey. I can talk about golf, but honestly, who cares? Anyway, I want to bring in my co-host Jordan Pravin. Jordan, say hello, good sir.
Yes, sir. Hello. How's it going?
Oh, we're just doing well. Jordan. Just doing our little sports update. Jordan Pravin, Philip, folks. I think we've got a couple guys on. Jordan, do you want to? I'll let you kind of just maybe take it from here. I had nothing right now. I know you kind of are responsible for setting up our lovely guest tonight. And if you had anything to add before we get into the guest, or if you just want to go ahead and just introduce our guest, that'd be wonderful. But yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. So just in the studio with Mr. Guillotine Kenneth Pride right now, just taking a break from the music production at the moment. So Kenneth is joining us tonight as well. And we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the spotlight. Mr. Niels Reib is joining us. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but Mr. Niels Reib is joining us tonight. And Mr. Reib, are you on with us, sir?
I'm on.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Reib, are you there?
Hello.
Sir? You're online.
Okay, good. I'm ready.
Welcome, Niels. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's awesome to be on, even though it's 6 o'clock here in Copenhagen in Denmark where I'm at. So.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate that definitely.
So yeah, but thank you for the opportunity to be on here.
Sure. Yeah, we appreciate you joining us. And Niels, what we would like to do is, just usually we bring our guests on, and what we want to do is just go ahead and give you the floor to really share with us and our audience, share with the world kind of what your event is and background of where you come from, your background story, and if you want to just go ahead, we can just take it from here.
Sure. I mean, I'm a career branding specialist, and I'm, as I mentioned, from Copenhagen, Denmark. And about 4 years ago, I started sharing some experiences I've had as a job seeker back then. I started sharing those online, mainly focusing on personal leadership as a job seeker, because my take on being in a situation like that is that you need to fill your days with things that gives you good energy and fills you up in a good way, because being a job seeker is something that you get your share of slaps in the faces with the rejections that you get. So you need to fill that self-esteem account up other ways. And by doing that, I just, first of all, I didn't have any idea what I was doing. I had never had a website or a blog before, but I was just learning as I went. And what happened was that after a couple of months, I began to get opportunities to go out and do some keynotes, and that led to doing workshops. And basically, I created my own job that way. By sharing what I was most passionate about. And doing that, it kind of, dawned on me that, hey, if I can do this, if I can create my dream job by sharing what I know, then everybody else can do the same. And that's when I kind of got into this career branding, as I choose to call it, where you just share what you're most passionate about on social media and from your personal website.
Sure, and that's great. That's really what caught my eye as far as the career branding. It's almost a new style of what you're bringing together to the market. I don't think anybody else is out there providing such a service to individuals in a market that's actually very competitive at the moment as far as job-seeking opportunities. And you don't need, that's what I don't know if you have any specific kind of advice or direction which you'd like to share with everyone as far as what does it take to really stand or set yourself aside? Is it the daily rituals, or what does it take to stand out in such a competitive marketplace?
Well, to me, it's very important to be authentic and to stay true to what you believe in, and just have a go-giver mindset with what you know. And I love this quote by Derek Sivers, who said that what's obvious to you is amazing to others. Sure. It's just about sharing what you know, because I think we have a tendency to believe that, hey, if I know this, everybody else knows this. But that's not the case. And the opportunities that I've gotten by just sharing what I've been, passionate about has just been amazing. I got to talk to the Danish labor minister a couple of years ago because I positioned myself into a position where she wanted to listen to what I had to say, and there's many different stories like that since I started this, and it's just about being true to who you are and what you believe in, and create positive content on a consistent basis.
Sure, and that's great that you've had opportunities to deliver such presentations to people of that nature, and I mean, congratulations on that. That's
Thanks.
Great to see that you're moving forward like that. And the dedication, that's what also really stands out from what you're doing. We definitely have to take note of that. It's definitely extremely early in the morning, and still you're here joining us and sticking to the path. So as far as waking up at a specific time and beginning your day, how crucial is that also to
well, I mean, it's crucial that you've got something to that drives you, and I actually compare being a job seeker very much to being an entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, you're your own boss and you set your own schedule, and it's tough. You've got to have that hustle and drive to get up every morning and just keep pushing. So I kind of align being a job seeker. I mean, as an entrepreneur, you're a job seeker. You're constantly going out there and hustling to get to get jobs. So it's very important to have that structure and have a good sense of direction, because when we drift, I mean, it's just a matter of we need to set the GPS for our careers and stay true to what it is that we really want to do and what we're passionate about. Because you see, the reason why I really believe in career branding is that it'll help people attract like-minded people to their network, which later on will help them get to do what they love, because people who you attract will get to know you by the things that you're passionate about. And when we do what we're passionate about, we tend to be less stressed and have more energy to give to the people around us. And that's basically why I preach career branding, because basically when we do what we love, we're going to be in a better place in general.
Sure, yeah, definitely agree 110% with that, definitely. So on that same note, to build on that, if there is, let's say, opportunities, someone is in the marketplace seeking, employment, and opportunities come across which, let's say, I'm not so thrilled about pursuing, would it be better to just hold off on an opportunity that you're not so passionate about and only go after what you're passionate about?
Well, it depends on your situation, I'd say. I mean, if you're in a situation where you need to, I usually say you always have a choice, but if you're in a situation where you really need the money and to get by, then you of course have to take that opportunity. But if you're in a situation where you can afford to hold off a little bit and wait for the right thing to show up, then I'm positive that it will show up if you position yourself to those opportunities by doing career branding.
Sure. So always, make the smarter decision, right? Make sure there's all the necessities are met before doing anything drastic. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And as far as the various, directions to take, what would be kind of a general direction that you would say, would be ideal for someone like a recent college graduate? Would you, suggest banking or, accounting? What type of?
Well, I mean, it depends on the individual about what they really really passionate about, But it's important that the people that I take through my career roadmap. The first thing I do is to work with them and talk about values, talk about what they're passionate about, because that'll be kind of the foundation of your career brand. And from then on, you set the career GPS right there with an end goal in mind. And for a college grad, I'd say just actually while you're still in college or in university, you should actually just set up your personal blog and take ownership of your own name, because online reputation today is crucial. Because 93% of all recruiters, they scan social media profiles on candidates. So if you have a personal website that you've set up for your career, and writing about the things that you're passionate about in that regards, then you're going to stand out right there. I mean, it's going to be the first thing they find on Google when they Google you. And again, if you apply for a job and you can link directly to a post that you've written on your website about something that you might think a future employer would be interested in, then you're going to stand out in your applications as well.
Sure, definitely. No, definitely. That sounds great.
Sorry, just jump in.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
You guys, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Just for the audience just tuning in. And I'm sorry, Niels, I don't want to butcher your name. Is it your last name is pronounced Reib or Reib?
Right.
Right. Folks, we're dealing with, we have mentor, speaker, and career branding specialist Niels Reib from Denmark on the line as a special guest for our Entrepreneurial Spotlight tonight that Jordan was able to bring on as a guest. As he's talking about his story, his life story, kind of how he went, from an emotional roller coaster to now with the utmost positivity. Niels, I'm just reading your bio right now, just kind of getting a little more. And I was wondering, I don't know if you had already said or not. What's the timing from obviously the meltdown of the economic, the 07, 08, the recession and whatnot, but from the time that you kind of started doing your blogs to now, how long has that been roughly?
It's just been just over 4 years now. And it's just been a journey that I mean, when I started my blog, I had no idea what I was doing. And publishing that and pushing that publish button on January 18th back in 2012, that was damn scary. I mean, with my story getting out there and stuff like that. But I had the bigger picture in mind there, and then I pushed that button just thinking that, okay, if my story, which wasn't good, if that could help just one other person to not go through the things that I went through back then it would be worth sharing. And with that mindset, it's just been a journey, and I've gotten opportunities that I never would have gotten in any other way if I hadn't, pushed that button that day.
Sure.
And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and sorry to interrupt, I just want to know, as far as when you do your reach out, so people reach out to you or you reach out to them, would you say your main medium of doing your career branding and your exposure, your main, avenue of doing that are these online free webinars?
Well, I was the first one in Denmark to make webinars towards, for job seekers. But I wouldn't have been able to do what I do today if it wouldn't have been for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a vital place to be if you're a professional. It's a great way to connect with people from all over the world within your industry, and you're having an optimized profile on LinkedIn will just by having that can attract opportunities, career opportunities to you. And it's just like on your website, you need to share valuable content with a go-giver mindset, because that'll just attract valuable contacts to your network. I mean, I went from being a salesman to working within the governmental part of things, doing my workshops and keynotes. So I changed completely a profile of my network by sharing what I was passionate about. So career branding can be used as well when you want to do a career change. You just need to start sharing, as I mentioned, share the things that you're interested in and passionate about.
Sure, definitely. And, Niels, that's definitely excellent advice for everyone. And what we always do is also with our Spotlight guests, we're kind of curious as to what you've been reading lately. Are there any good books that you would, kind of suggest?
Actually, I've one of my goals this year was to read a book every month. I've never been that big of a reader, but it's something that I really appreciate that I've finally gotten around to. One of the books and it's been a couple of years since I've read that one, but the book that has had the most impact on me has to be 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey.
Sure.
But a book that I'm reading right now is Living Forward. It's written by Michael Hyatt and Daniel Hackavy. It's all about living intentionally. Again, it's very much value based and doing things on intentionally. So that's a good one. Last month I read one that is called Making and Breaking Habits, which is an interesting book that takes you through all these habit changes and the struggle of changing habits.
Sure. That's not, and that was called Making and Breaking Habits?
It's called Making Habits, Breaking Habits, and it's by, let me just see here, it's by Jeremy Dean. He's a psychologist.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, Aaron, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was just writing those down as we speak right now, so I'm definitely going to check those out. I had not heard of those or the author.
No,
so,
actually, Living Forward just came out about a month ago now, and the other one is a couple of years old. So
okay, great. We'll definitely do that. Like Jordan said, Jordan and I are very big. We're very big readers. Kind of do like a little literature segment on our show sometimes. Mm-hmm. So we always like to ask our guests what they're reading, what they have read, what really inspiring pieces of literature that have kind of helped them and that have resonated with them over the years. So go ahead.
Another one that I should mention, talking about career branding, because it's something that a lot of people can get something out of, is Start With Why by Simon Sinek.
Okay. I think I have heard of that. Okay, I need to read that.
Yeah. It's an awesome book, and if you want to kind of get a teaser of that, you can watch his TED Talk that he made. Well, it's about 6-7 years ago now, I guess. But it's really inspiring about finding your why and creating things based on your why. It's an awesome book.
Definitely, yeah, we'll check that out.
Ooh, great.
And again, yeah, Aaron, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. No, I was just looking at the bottom of. I'm just Niels, I'm on your webpage right now. Really great webpage you have. For those of you guys that don't know, check out NielsReib.com. No World Wide Web in front of it, but NielsReib. Niels. Oh, I'm sorry, Reib. Reib, correct? I'm saying your name. Niels.
Yep,
I apologize.
Perfect.
NielsReib.com. Check him out. He's your career branding specialist. And if you guys, check out, he's got a little link on the bottom. If you guys are interested, please click on his sign up for his updates. It's in blue and down there. And then if you look down at the bottom, he's having he has LinkedIn live classes. I don't know if you touched on that at all. I think you did a little bit, Niels, but his next one is Sunday. You got a little timer counting down, which is really cool. But do check him out.
I've got
his Instagram name
a month.
Okay, and all of our Instagram followers out here, looks like it's just like his name, Niels Reib, NielsReib. Check him out. Tons of followers. Great captions. I'm looking at all your pictures right now, Niels.
Thanks.
Niels, I don't know if Jordan asked you, but anything you could really share with our audience as far as anything inspiring, anything that you could kind of tell them as insight or advice on, people searching for their career right now that really don't know what they want to do, because if you want full disclosure, I don't know what I want to do. And, so if you don't want to give it to them, you give it to me. As a career branding specialist, what can you relay in so many words to our audience right now for our future hopeful potential job seekers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, start with why is a pretty good place to start, because that kind of sums it up. And why you do things is much more important than how you do them and stuff like that. It's when you talk and get into your why, then you bring out that drive and that passion, because then you're driven by something bigger than then it's going to be a course for you almost. And my why is to, as I mentioned, is this, that when we do what we love, we are less stressed and we got more energy and more to give to the people around us. And that's pretty much my why, to why I do career branding. So find your why when you find your why, you will find your way. Is a pretty way of saying it.
Sure.
And then of course, just
no. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, but it's just if you don't know where to start with all this, the place to start would be just to get that LinkedIn profile up and going. And if you want to take it a step further, you should really get that website up and running. Get your domain name, and that of course should be your personal website with your name, because that way you take complete ownership. The thing is that, and I think a lot of people forget that when we are on social media and stuff like that, is that we don't own the stuff that we put out there. And we don't know where LinkedIn or Facebook or any of these platforms will be in 5 to 10 years. So if you build your brand on social media without having a website or, like I say, a home base, then you're pretty much building your brand on a rented lot. And, you wouldn't build a house on a rented lot, I think.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
So it's all about taking ownership and creating all that, positive content around your name, based on the things that you're passionate about, and or just have a interest in. And some people might be out there and might be listening saying, okay, I'm not that passionate. I don't know what to write about and what to share. But, we've touched on it already, and, you You can write a book review of something that inspired you. You can comment, write articles about things that goes on in your industry, and take your take on things, the tendencies that goes on and stuff like that. So there's plenty of things to write about. You don't have to, explode with passion to do this. You could just comment on things that goes on around you.
Well stated. Well stated, Niels. Time now, folks, is 9:31. You are tuning in live to the Chelladurai Inc. show with special guest career branding, Niels Reib, calling from Copenhagen, Denmark. Jordan, anything else that you wanted to ask Niels before we let him depart?
No, just again, thank you, Niels. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us. And, we hope to stay connected and hopefully, we can meet in Copenhagen and grab a beer or something someday.
Well, let me know if you get out here. I mean, I would love to show the town, and I hope that I get out your way someday as well.
Definitely, you're more than welcome to. Definitely.
San Diego is a beautiful city. I've been there a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, next time, look us up. Definitely, you have our contact.
Yeah, I will. And thank you for having me on.
It's not going anywhere, Niels. Okay, great. Thanks so much, Niels, again.
Well, thank you.
Folks, that was, again, Niels Reib. Great guy. Learned a lot from him. Sorry, I was kind of was really into what he was talking about, but I was actually even more into his website. His website's great. Talks about his whole story, folks. Gets into a little bit more detail on his website, so please check that out, nielsreib.com. Again, it's, what is it? Niels Reib, Reib.com. Kind of goes into more detail about his life and, how he started doing this and whatnot. Very inspiring, very interesting. Looks like his webinars have been a big hit, and he's having actually another one on LinkedIn, a live class, which is on Sunday. It just says 2 days and 13 hours, so I know it's a Sunday, and just jump on it. Yeah, I thought he was great, Jordan. What'd you think?
Yeah, awesome, yes, and I think that's a lot of value and a lot of insight for everyone, regardless of what your current career is, there was definitely something to take out of that.
Absolutely. Now, with with that being said, we hit the business and the entrepreneurship and a little bit of literature. But going back to music right now, Jordan is actually live in the studio, folks, putting that Chelladurai Inc. label to work. Jordan, what's the latest over there right now? As you and the
I'm
professor
here
over there
with the mastermind. I'm here with the mastermind. Guillotine, Kenneth. I think Kenneth is dialed in, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know if y'all can hear me though.
Yeah, folks, if you don't know, Kenneth Pride, a.k.a. Young Guillotine, rapper, producer, entrepreneur himself, local San Diego-based musician, artist, producer, everything. He's a jack of all trades, master of all. Been working with Jordan over there at the studio, coming up with new beats, coming up with new lyrics, coming up with everything. What are you guys doing over there tonight? Anything you want to speak on?
Can you hear me? Am I in?
Yep, you're in.
Yeah, you're on. Yep.
All right. Yeah, man, we just over here working on some production. You know what I mean? I've been working on my album. I'm planning on dropping on sometime in the summer, and we're just trying to put together a game plan. Me and Jordan over here. We thought you were going to come down, Aaron. We had something for you to,
I thought it was too. I got, it's tax season. I had to do my taxes today. It's kicking my ass over here, but that's another story. No, that's great. Trying to drop some. We're all about dropping music. We're all trying to get it done. Again, the solo album is very much in the works at the ground floor phase for myself. Artist named David Capewood, Pravin will be producing that. But the Progressive Regressions mixtape is out on the shelves. Been out for months now. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, folks. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. What else, Jordan? What else? We got 3-4 minutes. Can't let precious airtime go to waste.
Yeah. We'll be actually, for the David Capewood project, it looks like we are going to have some Kenneth production involved on that also. So, whenever myself and Kenneth are in the studio collaborating, it's definitely taken to, to musically heights than ever before.
Well, wonderful. Well, guys, thanks for joining in tonight. We appreciate it. You tuned into a live full show of the Chelladurai Inc. show. I'm your host, Aaron Trilling, and Jordan Phillip had Niels Reib on. Again, check him out. Instagram name, Niels Reib, NIELS REIB. Check him out. And his website, as well as him on LinkedIn. He's very well socially findable. Next week, we've got a wonderful guest. I'm not going to tell you guys too much, but it'll be great. 90 days into 2016, we're going to hit the second quarter, hit the ground running hard. I want to see some goals made. I want to see some mission targets. Get up early. People say there's not enough time in the day. What do I got to say to that? Wake up earlier. Wake up earlier. I got to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm your competition. So you guys get up at 5:30 and don't go to bed till I don't know when. But get up early. Again, I'm Aaron. He's Jordan. We got Kenneth on. Keep that head high, folks, and that middle finger higher. And we'll see you next week. Take care.